Okay, in this video I'm just going to tan a Franc and Snaelda style fly on a double hook. So this is a size 7 salar, and what I'm going to do here is put the tail in first. So catch your thread in at the end of the hook and wind it back down the body until when you stop it's in line with the barb or the points of the hooks. And for the tail on this I'm going to use Sean Stanton's US Opossum. So it's very soft and very shiny, so I'm going to take a good pinch of that off. It has a bit of there's a fair bit of underfur in it as well, so we're going to leave a bit of that in. So I'm going to take a decent pinch off the skin and pull away some of the underfur, but leave a fair bit of the fur in too. So I'm going to make the tail about the length of the hook shank, well, the length of the overall hook as a matter of fact. So I'm just going to catch that in and tie it down nice and tight. When you get it caught in well enough, just lift the front of the hair up and trim it at an angle. And I'm just going to put one turn of thread, a couple of turns of thread underneath this. You could put a tag in to keep it lifted up, but as a matter of fact I'll probably put a turn of rib underneath it whenever I'm winding the rib up. So for the rib it's going to be oval silver tinsel, and this is Vineyards, if I can get the start of it. Yeah. It's one of these bulk spools and I can't get it. I've lost the end of it here. Right, here we go. Let's tie that into underneath, nice and tight, and head back up to where the tail is. At this point I'm going to tie in a couple of lengths of crystal flash. This is just like a purpley sort of a colour, so 2 at the top and then tie them down a bit and then pull them underneath. So you've got a couple of strands top and bottom. Pull them up in between the hooks. Trim them to length. At this point I'm going to take one turn of the rib underneath and just put one turn of thread in behind it to stop it and take it out of the way again. I'm going to catch in 4 feelers, which are stripped hackle stalks. So these are ones that I've stripped and they're blue. So I'm going to tie one in at the top on this side and one in at the bottom just below the hook at this side. Keep the turns loose to start with. You can always position them then, and then once you're happy with where they're sitting you can tighten it up. I'm going to put one in at the top on the far side nearest the camera, and again keep your turns loose until you get them sitting where you want them. And one on the underside. And if you're happy you've got them where you want them, then you can go ahead and tighten the thread there. this point I'm going to trim them away at a slight angle at the top and the same at the bottom. It'll help with the taper of the body too. You're wanting to try and build a carrot shape here. So I'm just going to pull these 4 feelers together and snip them. I'll turn the camera around. I'm going to snip them about here. If we brass mark on the vise here, and that's where I trim them. So that's the length of the tail. And for the body I'm going to be using Sean's very fine chenille. First I'm going to tie in a black cock hackle to cloak the feelers and the tail. So catch it in by the tip and just gently fold the fibres. I've made a boob because I should have put the tag on first. I usually tie these in tubes, so and you don't really never bother with the tag on the tubes, so I just trimmed that bit oval tinsel off, and I'll tie it in once of the cloak round the skirt round the tail here. So once you're happy you've got enough of turns, secure 3 or 4 turns, tie all your waist ends down and then tidy it up. And at this point what you can do is tie the ribbon again. So I'm just going to catch it in underneath and take it right up tight against the rear hackle here. And this is the fine chenille, comes on a wee card, so just expose the core and tie it in at the back, nice and tight, and take your thread up to the about 3mm short of the eye, and then start to wind your chenille body. Just check your first turn, just covering everything. If you're happy, continue right down the body. Don't leave any gaps, keep it tight. Until you get right down, you'll see that that's starting to taper, so it's forming it's wider at the back and then it tapers tighter towards the front. So get 3 turns in, trim away your waist, and just tidy up, and then bringing your rib up, probably 4 turns here, yep, catch it in the side of the hook and get 4 turns, 3 or 4 turns in, trim away your waist, and all that we're left to do is put a head hackle on. Pick a slightly shorter hackle for this. This is just an American hen. It's a whiting American hen saddle in silver Dr. Blue. So select a feather and pull away the fluff. Tie this in by the tip. Trim away the waist at the tip, and then wind on a couple of turns. Just use whatever's on the hackle. Sort of 2.5 turns. Tie your bare stock in with 3 or 4 turns. this point, trim away your waist, and I'm going to go straight in and whip finish because I want a red head on this. So that's pretty much your finished fly. As I say, I'm just going to change the colour of the head. So this is Glow Bright Floss, and it's scarlet. We fraying the floss there. Just gonna. This is quite a big hook, so the head looks very, very small on it. Just build it up a bit. Once you're happy, trim away your waist end, and then you can open the floss out to whip finish. Just keeps it laying flat. And tighten up your whip finish and trim your waist. All that leaves to do is to varnish the fly or UV resin. So that's it with your fillers on it. It's a blue and black Franc and Snaelda. Thanks for watching.